We will focus on piecewise functions, and what we want to do is to sketch the graph of a function defined by these two functions. The first one is x squared, the last one is x. Now, these functions are called piecewise because they are defined in pieces in given interval. So when you look at this, x squared is varied in this interval. So for all values of x in this interval, the prevailing function is x squared. But if you look at x, this function is varied for anything 0 or more. Okay, so if we take 0, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to positive infinity, the function that will be varied is this one. Okay, so now we need to graph this particular function. So the first thing that we need to do is to identify which interval is the function varied. So the first one is varied in this interval, the second one is varied in this interval. Okay, now when you look at this one, this is a parabola. So this is a parabola, we may need a set of values, but this one will be a linear equation. We just need a pair of two coordinates. So let me just try to come up with corresponding values. So if I say y is equal to x squared, I'll try to make up a box of corresponding values. Okay, I'll make up the box of corresponding values. Because it's a sketch, I may just need three pairs of corresponding values. One pair, the other pair, then the third pair. So if I say this would be x, this would be y. If I take any values of x from that interval, because that's where this function is varied, I can take -5, I can take -3, I can take -1. So when I put -5 here, the corresponding value of y will be 25. If I put -3 there, y will be 9. If I put -1, I'm going to get 1. I'm getting three pairs of corresponding values because I know this is not a straight line. So I need to sketch that particular kind of a graph. Okay? So now, for you to sketch, you're going to write your Cartesian y-expression. Okay, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, then 0. Okay, it's a sketch. You can say -5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are negatives. Then here you can say 1, 4, somewhere there, 9, 16, and 25 there. So we are going to put these as coordinates. They are going to be in the form x, y. The first number will be for x, the next number will be for y. So this will be -5, 25. -5, will come somewhere there. Then we are going to have -3, 9. -3, 9, we are going to have it somewhere here. Then we are going to have -1, 1 somewhere here. So our parabola, the part of the parabola will be this one. Okay? We'll pass at the origin because when x is 0, y will be 0. Okay, now this is just varied just before 0 for x. From here, going in this direction, the varied function is this one. So again, I'm going to plot this particular function. I'm going to plot that particular function. So now, this will be y is equal to x. Now, when you look at this, this is a linear equation. It's a straight line. So I just need a pair of two corresponding values. You just need a pair of two corresponding values, x, y. Okay, I'm going to pick numbers for x that are reasonably small for them to fit on the Cartesian plane there. So if I say, let my x be 0, if I put 0 there, I'm going to have 0 for y. If I put x is equal to maybe 2, y will be 2. So the coordinates will be 0, 0 and 2, 2. Okay, so now I can finish up my sketch. I can say this is 4, 9, 16. These are negatives. Okay, and here I can have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 0, 0 will be here. Then 2, 2 will be somewhere there. So the line will be this one. Remember, it's a straight line. Now you have to label them. This is y is equal to x squared, and this is y is equal to x. So this is how you do the sketch of piecewise functions. For you to complete a sketch, you need to know where a given function is varied, which interval. So like in our case here, this function was varied in this interval. That's why you can see it is from negative 5 up to somewhere less than 0. And this one moves from 0 up to positive infinite for x. Okay? So you can finish up this, but remember it's a sketch, so you just need to come up with something like that. So now, sometimes they can tell you to say evaluate, for instance, we are given the piecewise functions like this, then they tell you to say evaluate -3 or evaluate 10. When they say evaluate, they are telling you to say find the value of the function when we put -3 wherever there is x, or when we put 10. So for you to work out this, you need to know which function to use. So you are going to look at -3. -3 will be in this interval. So the function that you are going to use is this one. But in 10 is not in this interval, so you're going to use this particular interval because 10 falls in this interval. So the function that you're going to use is this one. Okay, so then you can evaluate. So this is simply the way you do piecewise functions. You can sketch them, you can evaluate something like this. So for this and more videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like the video. Thank you.